The Bexley wing is a brand new purpose-built cancer wing for the people of Leeds and West Yorkshire, and was opened in January of 2008. And has everything that's needed to treat and care for people with cancer. And we're very, very lucky to have been able to put a Teenage Cancer Trust unit within this lovely building. My first contact with the Teenage Cancer Trust was about 11 years ago, when they had already been in conversations about maybe developing somewhere a small area for teenagers and young adults to be treated. Realising that we didn't have the wherewithal at that time to have a big brand new building, so they have helped us, what they call an interim unit. So they've helped us to design and refurbish part of a very old ward to make it teenage friendly. So that was about 10, 11 years ago. And from that has grown a teenage and young adult cancer service that has cared for young people around the region.
It is great having a ward like this where everyone who's teenage clumped together, because it's far easier, one, to live with and two, to get on with. It is a good place to be.
I think one of the most important things that we found in the Teenage Cancer Trust units is that teenagers want to be treated like teenagers and young people first, and not like cancer patients first. And that underpins the whole philosophy that we've tried to instill within the teenage service and also the young adult service as well. In the last year, there's been a fantastic new facility being built within Leeds for the older age group, so for the younger adults. And it is a fantastic new unit. The facilities there are amazing, and everybody who works on this side of the unit with the younger age group are extremely jealous of the facilities that they have. The side rooms are a fantastic size, the bays are a fantastic size, the day room they have to while away their days is just fantastic with the facilities that they've had put in there. And the staff who work in those units build that philosophy and drive that philosophy.
The staff are great, like they've almost become your friends kind of, because you see them every day. So yeah, and they're really like young as well, so you can have a bit of banter and a laugh with them. So that's good.
Yeah, you need to let it brew.
Shut up.
They're normally very grateful of the care that they receive on this
I am very
ward.
grateful.
He stayed up one morning till 3 when I was on nights, and then wouldn't get up the next day.
Yeah, but I felt bad though. I mean, sometimes with the chemotherapy on top, it's not just as cut and dry as get up at this time, go to bed at that time. I mean, sometimes, you know, you do stay up later. I mean, that's just a typical teenage attitude, to stay up later, but sometimes if you're laying in the next day, it can be because you feel rubbish from your chemo. So it's not just as... Yeah, exactly. You can get away with everything. Just blame it on the chemo.
Don't blame it on the boogie, blame it on the chemo.
Oh dear.
It does look casual, the way that we work and the way that we interact with young people, it does look casual. But the fact that it does look casual is the fact that these nurses, these doctors, everyone who comes in contact with the young people are safe and secure in their knowledge of how to look after them. So it's casual, but it's professionally casual.
Some people do find it a bit, you know, get like a flu-like feeling,
Right.
like if you have a very bad cold.
Right.
But you didn't get that, obviously.
No.
You know, so
The whole wing's like a hotel when you walk in. You come up here and it is just, it's the space and the airiness and the cleanliness of it is just not like a hospital at all. It's not what you would expect. But the facilities within here with the kitchens, that you can make your own food, drinks for the patients, for yourself or for family and friends when they come in, is great. They've got treatment rooms where they provide treatments. We've had massages and Reiki and acupuncture, in fact, I tried the other day.
The fact that you've got other parents that are going through a similar sort of thing, and I know when we first arrived it was quite scary, but then when you're brave enough to come out and start to talk about James, his illness, and then the other parents talk about their children, then it does help you to understand what the process is, the kind of things that they've gone through.
It can be very difficult at times, but to have someone that's been through the similar or same experience and come out the other side of it just gives you a little bit more confidence.
I think it's great because the ward, it makes it feel more homely for you when you're here. Like, it doesn't feel as clinical as say, just, you know, a normal ward in a hospital. Well, I mean, they've got the computer room for anyone who wants to, you know, stay in touch with their friends on MSN, Facebook, anything like that, but they will give you a laptop to use at your bed as well, which is great. And they also have TV on. So if you're feeling bad in bed, you can either use the internet, you know, chat to your friends on MSN, or watch television from your bed, which is great. They've got a massive TV. They've all got Freeview on. There's a couple of them knocking about where you can sit, and there's room for everyone to sit together. And they've got more than one games console, which is great. They've got a Wii Fit, so everyone's always up on that, which is great. And then there's like someone who organises events for the ward. He's called Dave, and he organises different things, and sometimes there's trips out and that, which is great, because it does help occupy your mind away from the fact that you're an ill person, that you are a person as well.
The activity coordinators and the youth support people don't need to know anything medical about people. We don't really know the details of people's illnesses or why they're here, but we do know the rest of their entire lives. We know, you know, where they study and what they like and what their hobbies are. And I know stuff about them that nurses and doctors don't know, don't ask, don't care about, don't want to know really. They need to know medical stuff, and I get to know everything else.
The most important thing in looking after young people is providing that peer support. That is pivotal in everything we do. The activity coordinator can bring the young people into a place like the day room, but they can bring them together, they can create activities.
We're going to do a projection project where we're going to have a white screen in the middle here, and then we're going to have the overhead projector over there, and then when people stand in between the projector and the screen, they can have their silhouettes on the screen, but they can kind of interact with the shapes that are made by the bits of card.
Tom's very good at getting big things happening and getting groups of people to work together. So he has one person on a camera, one person making shapes, one person moving things, one person being a shape. He has lots of different ways of using groups to make film or to make animations. I don't think the activity itself is very important. It doesn't matter what it is, it doesn't matter what you're doing. I suppose the objective is to get people up and around and talking to each other. It doesn't matter how it happens, it doesn't matter how you do it.
I didn't know that things like this existed, like Teenage Cancer Trust and that. I didn't know about it until Claire came on this ward.
The main issue that she had on the last ward that she was on was boredom, like just excruciating boredom really, because she was just staring at walls all day basically, wasn't she? So yeah, she seems happier here, doesn't she?
Yeah, but it's really fun in here.
We just come here to hang out, we don't even tell her we're here. We do really.
The atmosphere is quite buzzy on the ward, and we like to keep it that way. And I think that it reflects that everyone enjoys coming to work because we have a good laugh.
I want to live here when I'm better, because it's that good. But I don't think they'd like that too much.
This new unit, we can't get away from the fact that it is beautiful. It is state of the art. It has got everything in it that you could possibly wish for. But I think that what we have to remember is that from every big, beautiful unit, there's somewhere very much smaller, much more humble, where it's all begun. And for us in Leeds, it's been on TCT, the small Teenage Cancer Trust unit, where all the practice has been developed, where so much fantastic good work has come out from a wonderful team. And it's then about developing these beautiful units and transplanting what people have learned into them. And that's what we and TCT are about.